And I still don't like you. And with that, hello, internet. Welcome back to the Quarry. Yeah, we play Emma. Let's see if we make her die really quick.
And this is the meeting shelter. It's a shelter where you meet at. Okay, I'm trying really hard to make this interesting, but sometimes a thing just is what it is. I think I've made my point.
I mean, I could imagine that she is like a super important character. And maybe she was made unlikable. So that you...
No prizes for guessing what these are. Can't say that I've used them. A little too au naturel for me, TBH. You know, I've never thought about where the waste goes. Oh. Oh, please, God, no. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and ignore that.
What I wanted to say is maybe she is super unlikable a bit on purpose. At least for me, super unlikable. So that, but an important character. Because of, so that you as a player has a hard time, maybe. So how do I put it? Maybe because maybe so that you don't run around in the game and simply saying, yeah, let's really give her a really bad time and save all the other ones. Only to see that you really messed up because you didn't at least try to save her too.
So this island is like an unexcavated part of the quarry that rewilded itself after it flooded into the lake. Pretty cool, huh? You know, when I was little, I used to think that islands just kind of would float in the middle of the water, kind of like an airbed. But I'm older and wiser now and realize that not everything's always as it seems. Kind of like how you thought you were just having a hot summer fling and then it turns into babysitting a big hairy man-child who's all sad because you don't want to go steady with him and write him love letters every freaking day. And while we're talking about it, you don't mind that we're talking about it, right? Why is it up to me to justify my feelings when he's the one who got all blah about it, you know? Oh, look. A metaphor in the narrative. I mean, a fork in the road. How fitting. Here's the big question. Do I take the high road, literally, and forget about it? Or do I continue on the path I'm on and keep ranting about my stupid dumb life? I guess since this isn't live, the choice is up to me.
And that is the point where we talked about it, I guess. I mean, of course, I do want... Okay, I totally forgot the names because I didn't record for a few days, and you all know my bad name memory. Jacob. Actually, Jacob. I thought about Jacob, but then I was like, nah, couldn't be. So, I really want, for the sake of Jacob, to end this whole Emma situation, because yeah, he got many minus points, like I already said, because of the impulsive behavior, especially with guns. But still, he has this golden retriever energy. Like I already said in the comments. So, I still do like him, and I do want him to not cling emotionally so tight to a person who simply uses them for her own fun. But of course, it, I mean, she could also trying to convince herself that it was only a summer fling. But she is still really unlikable. But I definitely don't want her to say, "Yep, let's get over it." I want her to reflect on things, and hopefully she noticed that she's a bitch.
Ah, what the hell. We're in it now anyway. Well and truly in the thick of it. Because you know what else? I was really excited for the next part of my life, you know? I mean, the summer was great, but what's next? I mean, come on. I know by the time I post this, Hackett's Quarry will just be but a distant memory, and I know it's just one night, and you have to make the most of all your opportunities, and yada, yada, yada. I guess I just don't want to have to settle for what's around me, you know? Abby sees me as this confident person, but really? I'm just desperate to stay afloat in a world where everyone wants to be different.
She begins to reflect. Keep going, girl. And she doesn't keep going. I mean,
This is actually kind of fun. I feel like this is the first time I've been alone all summer. Kind of like it. I guess that kind of reinforces the whole Jacob thing. I know the plan was for him to come get me, but now that I'm by myself, kind of like it. Sorry, Jacob, if you're watching. Nothing personal. It's a me thing. We're cool, right? Yeah, we're cool.
okay. Actually, I wanted to give her. I wanted to really wanted to give her that. Although she is kind of bitchy and all that, that she at least doesn't mention any names, and she seems to be an kind of influencer. We don't know how big her community is, but even though if you don't have any followers, at least in my opinion, you don't mention any names on the internet. Because the internet doesn't forget, never ever. And if you even if you have absolutely zero followers and you'll be like, yeah, I'm only venting to myself on the internet. Nobody sees this, right? Maybe not yet, not now, not tomorrow, or not next week. But at some point, a person will stumble upon it. And maybe not, and even that, or maybe simply one day you upload a video which goes viral, or anything like that, and if you keep posting, maybe a community will come around, and those will see the video or the post or anything, and then they will see the video or the post, and I'm really happy that all of you roamers who came to my channel so far are really cool and really laid back and pretty relaxed in my opinion. But we are on the internet. At some point weirdos will come. And if one of those weirdos is stumbling upon this video of Emma, if we would think about her like a real influencer person, they will see that video where she is venting about Jacob with his name. And of course, maybe if it was a summer fling, they will have maybe videos together where you see him and he is not only a name, or someone who was in Heck's Quarry this summer, and they're thinking like, yeah, Emma and Jacob, yeah, they were, I know who it is, I know who she means. And there could be some people who would judge her for mentioning his name, which would be the right thing to do, in my opinion. Like, I mean, of course, I'm super not anonymous really, but really careful about what to mention about my life and the folks around me on the internet. And maybe I'm too old for this mentality. Maybe this could totally be. And maybe it's a millennial thing here with me, even though I'm somewhat between Gen Z and millennial. And I think I'm not good with generational years. But I'm not an old millennial, I believe. Like I said, I'm bad with generational year names. And what I wanted to say here is, while you have to look at her sassy face the whole time while I'm trying to get to my point, the thing is, like I said, I wanted to say, hey, maybe at least she is not mentioning any names because the internet. But now she is totally mentioning him, and people will come around one day at some point, sooner or later, who will know who she means, especially if she has other posts together with Jacob on her channel. And we are on the internet, weirdos are everywhere, and they will come around sooner or later. And then Jacob will have a really hard time. Because, of course, some will be on his side on things and say, hey, you know, it was really not cool mentioning his name on the internet. You should censor that at least. And some will be totally with her and say, yeah, Jacob, get over her. What's so hard about it? And that would be the nice haters. So I will stick to that, and despite all things, and go with reflective in hopes that she notices that she is a really not cool thing right now.
I mean, who knows? Maybe in 50 years we'll bump into each other and be flooded with fond memories of that one amazing summer at Hackett's Quarry summer camp. And that spark that changed our lives forever. Then we'll be like 70-year-old lovers or whatever and have crazy walker sex. Hey, it could happen. Only time will tell, Jakey boy, and as they say, time makes fools of us all. But we will be the oldest, sexiest fools there ever were. Until then, I gotta do my thing. Sorry, buddy.
That was not really reflective in my opinion. But of course, I'm pretty biased here. But like I said, maybe I'm a bit too old for this mentality to understand.
Guess I gotta do this one-handed, huh?
You could play. You could.
That didn't sound great.
Pause.
Oh shit. Just thought you should know. I am nailing this ladder climbing. Alright. This is the luxurious Skyway treehouse, obviously. Constructed in the year 1800 fuck by a blindfolded man who used only the finest rotting wood, rusty nails, and donkey spit that money could buy. A real Hackett vintage classic. Honey, I'm home. What's that now? I forgot the children's bedtime. Well now, that's a fine how do you do. Take it all in, folks. That's the summer camp experience right there, and oh look. It seems somebody forgot to clear the place out. I guess one of the kids left their stuff, or maybe one of the guys back there. But I don't recognize this. Did you hear that? Looks like we have a choice on our hands. Do we snoop through someone else's belongings? Or do we open the spooky trapdoor and die a horrible, painful death? There are literally no right answers.
Both options are not good. And here we are, after me venting about Emma and saying, I would totally kill her. And now I'm really thinking about not to do it, because... yeah. Even though my thumb wants really go to the left, we know that she has a really criminal tendency, like with breaking into it, wanting to breaking into that little lodge, trying and successfully open the safe in the store of Mr. Hackett. And yeah. So, of course, we will stick to that and search through the bags and post it on the internet.
Bag it is. And you know what? I'm putting some clothes on. This is all you're getting.
And stealing clothes. But I do understand her. But yeah. Fun. Okay, so I think there's something up there. And it is not gonna make me jump, I can promise you that much. It totally will. So, let me get this Right.
Goodbye, cruel world. The final curtain is calling and there's no time for an encore.
I'm too nice to my characters. I didn't thought that we took a small camping stool. I thought we would use like the dresser or something like that.
Easy.
I got it. He's okay.
Are you in pain?
No, sorry. I'm really hungry.
We'll get you some food inside, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Oh, man. I can eat a horse.
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to find you a horse, but maybe some granola?
Oh, yuck, I hate granola.
Strength. Strength can be surprising, knowing one's own raw power. Tapping into a previously unknown energy. I suppose there are forces at work within us all. And with one hand it gives, and with the other it could rip away. So, to the Emma thing here. Like I said, I didn't thought that we would lock the door with a small little camping stool. I mean, I'm weak as hell, and I could bend that around. I thought we would use a dresser or something like that. I mean, of course, the creature would have simply go through the non-existing window. I mean, it was not even a window anymore. It was only a big square hole with, and not even really square anymore. But we don't know how intelligent those are, or if they simply go for noise on the most straightest forward of ways. So maybe it could have worked. But yeah. And yeah, I know you will you will I guess you will know it. But Marou, what was about the whole let Emma die thing? Yeah, I can't get out of my shoes. But I still don't like her. So, but before we have to make a cut mid-scene in a moment later, I will end the party with a yawn. Uh, um, and yeah, see you in the next part. Bye!